US Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Those defense for the Packers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Spencer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
That's taken on the 25. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Williams. Running right through him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On first down, Wilson. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing is Wilson. And that one complete once again to Higgins. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Again, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He got that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third and goal, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They'll have the play call on fourth and goal. It's dropped in the end zone. And the Vikings, they come up going down there to goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Play action. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. for the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To throw on second down, Spencer. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Right there, hurt.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. After one, it's 9-0. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Spencer. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd and 2, Spencer. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. The Vikings had 5 and 9 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Complete to Anthony Schwartz. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
18, 5 years. Trap 50.
Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Throwing it to traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this throw caught left side, and he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Alec Patterson now on for the field goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Spencer. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Spencer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. There's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing again here, Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Wilson on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Oh,
he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Patterson's kick is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd down, Spencer. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. Danielle Hunter, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. I'll call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. T. Higgins from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Vikings 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing on first down. Spencer right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Packers take over first down 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Caleb Evans. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Ready?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, where their defense is really struggling. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of it, so they keep handing it to him.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Let's go now.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Spencer. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Spencer. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throw left side to Higgins. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
And we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.